Hey guys, today in the comparison between the N9 and the Lumia 800, it's basically just about the camera UI and the ease of access, of course. Um, well, the main differences between the two devices is that the N9 lacks a physical camera shutter button, which is I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it seems like an essential in any phone. I don't see the need to remove it. Sure, you want a buttonless UI, but then why not just remove the volume buttons and the power lock button while you're at it? I think camera shutter button is essential in any phone. So um, definitely not one of my favorite points about the N9. While of course the Lumia 800 does have a shutter button, and as we've all seen in the smoked by Windows Phone competitions, you can activate the camera from the lock screen just by long pressing on the shutter button. So first of all, I'm just going to talk about how to access the camera on each. On Windows Phone, as I said, shutter button, just keep pressed for like about 2 seconds, and the camera slides open, and then the camera slides open. Or you can go from the menu button. I have never actually used this technique in all the months that I've owned the Lumia. I've never actually gone to the menu, press C, and open camera. But it's an option. If your camera button is broken, I guess, you can go to the menu and open the camera from there. On the N9, I guess as sort of a compensation for the lack of the shutter button, there's the quick access menu from down here, where you can open the camera, or you can open it from the normal menu over there. So that's how you open the camera in both of them. Just one issue about the N9, I feel that it lags sometimes in starting up the camera. Like, take a look at the Lumia. As soon as I press the camera button, and the thing is right, the camera starts up immediately. The shutter lens opened and the camera is ready. But on the N9, if I press the camera, I get the screen for a while. And sometimes the amount of time that the screen shows up differs, but it's definitely there for some time. So it's a bit annoying. Sorry about that, just took a picture. So anyways, well, I guess that's the next thing on our list. The next thing on our list is how to take a picture easily. And in the Lumia, of course, you can use the physical shutter button, half a press to focus, and then a complete press to capture the button, to capture a photo. Or you can tap on the screen actually, and it'll focus on that, and once it's in focus, it'll capture. While on the N9, you have your little focus box here, which you can drag to wherever you want. Let's put that on the word N8. And you can only capture with the on-screen touch button, because as you said, there's no physical button. So once you're capturing with the N9, you actually keep the button pressed to focus. As you can see, it's adjusting the focus. Once it's in focus, you'll get that blue frame. The frame will become blue instead of white. And you're ready to take your pictures. And the N9 has the option for you to, well, by default it's off, but you can choose in your settings to view the picture after capturing it, or to just go directly back to the camera. While in the Lumia, it doesn't really make a difference because the gallery is basically part of the camera UI thing. So anyways, now accessing the gallery, I'll get to the settings of each camera in a second, but accessing the gallery itself after taking a photo, we don't want standby. In the N9, you tap the gallery button up here, and you're in your gallery, and you can swipe through them, and you go back, you press the back button to go there again, or immediately after capturing a picture, let's just take another picture. I don't want 100 pictures of my N8 box. So there's a nice picture. I'm in the gallery already. Once it's captured the picture, I'm automatically sent to the gallery, and then I can swipe back and forth or go back to my camera UI. While on the Lumia 800, I don't know why the Lumia 800 screen is giving off a very blue tint. the camera. It's not like that, but I don't know why that is. The colors appear really washed out in the filming. Not sure what the issue is, but anyways, in the Lumia, once I take a picture, I go directly back to the camera mode, but my gallery is just one swipe away, which is, I think, one of the coolest features in the Lumia, is that just this gallery it's part of the camera UI. I mean, swipe, 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 back to my camera. And then even cooler is that, oopsies, no, we don't want to take a picture. Once you zoom out, I mentioned this in my Lumia review, but if you zoom out, you can actually get a side-by-side of your gallery and what you're picturing. So I'm not sure what you'd use it for, but it's a really cool feature to have. So I guess it's just a gimmick feature. I'm not sure if you want to call it that, but either way, it's a cool feature. Nothing wrong with that. And you can swipe through your whole gallery right there and go back. It's determined to take a picture. Now, my issue with both phones is that, hang on, let me just start the camera on this one, is that I can't pinch to zoom while filming or recording or anything as I could in the on the N8, which is a real shame. On the Lumia, come on, I don't want to take a picture. Sorry. Anyways, on the Lumia, you have to use these zoom buttons. While on the N9, you can't use the volume button on either. Or sorry, you can use the volume button on the N9. You zoom in with the volume down button. On the Lumia, that's not possible. That'll change your volume levels. So on the N9, you can either zoom in by the volume buttons, or you can actually drag the slider up here that you can see. If you put your finger on there and you just drag it, it'll alter the zoom as well. So the N9 has a bit more zoom flexibility, but still one feature I really like, and probably the coolest feature again of Symbian's camera UI, is just the pinch to zoom. And in video, you can change the resolution by pinching the screen. So that's for taking pictures and accessing the gallery. Now for the actual settings, of course, they both have the same dual LED flash down here, just different positions. On the Lumia 800, it's on top of the camera in the center, and here it's above the camera to the left, I guess. Yes, that's the left. They both have the same exact camera, a Carl Zeiss 8 megapixel lens with a 2.2 f aperture, I think. Whatever, I'm not sure how to pronounce the word. So anyways, so they should have both the same ability to capture pictures, but that's not the case, as we've already seen with the videos, and you'll see in the pictures that I'm going to attach with this review. So anyways, the settings that are available for each phone are basically, like, they're almost the same exact settings. To access settings on the M9, you tap on this little bar up here, and you get your settings. For the Lumia, as is in Windows Phone, you tap on the settings screen, and then you get this partial scroll down screen. So we'll just compare them. For scenes, you have the same scenes on the N9 and the Lumia, both the same settings, except for Lumia has a couple more. It has sunset and snow, portrait, night, landscape. The N9 has your basic 6. I usually only actually use either auto or macro, which is a setting in both of them, so no loss of points there on either side. Go back to settings. You have white balance. Okay. White balance is there on both. You can set it to automatic, which I have it set on both as always. I usually don't play around with this stuff, but I've recently been playing around with it on the Lumia because of there's an issue with the white balance. The pictures would come out with a blue tint, more washed out. I'm not sure what the issue with that is. So anyways, you have the same white balance settings. And you have the exposure, you have color filters, which is sepia or black and white or whatever, which is why I never really understood the craze of Instagram. I mean, I can do that on my N73. So I don't know what the issue with that is. You have metering mode, which is, I'm not exactly sure what that is, to be honest. It's not on the M9, and I really have no idea what it is. I'm not one who actually plays around the camera settings. I love a camera that'll actually work in auto mode and just do what it does, which is why the N8 is perfect. You know, it's perfect for someone who just wants to take good pictures without messing around with the settings, but also you can mess around with the settings if you know what you're doing. And then you have the effects with your sepia as well. Contrast can be adjusted. And you have the saturation, focus mode, and the resolution. Now, about the resolution, on the N9, you can change the aspect ratio. Just get this into focus. You can change the aspect ratio. You can have it in 16:9, 4:3, or 3:2, which is an option you can't change on the Lumia 800 without changing the resolution. As you can see, I have 4:3, 16:9, 4:3, and 16:9. That's it. Just different resolutions: 8 megapixels, 7, 3, and 2. While on the M9, I have 7, 6, and 3, but I can choose the aspect ratio for each one. So if you like playing around with the ratios and stuff, the M9 gives you more of that option. Also, another bonus for the M9 is the continuous shutter mode, which I'll show you in a second. So let's turn this on. It'll take pictures in continuous shutter mode as long as you have the thing pressed, but then you can't use the focusing as we were using before. And you have the option to show this is the content, but that's disabled in shutter mode, of course. Grid lines in both. The M9 has the GPS and geotagging, which is cool, and the creator's name. The Lumia, I think, does that by default, but there is no option to turn that off. So I don't know about that. So let's just go back one more time. On the one thing I forgot to mention is the flash access. The flash is from the direct screen over here. Just tap that. Sorry. Tap that, and you got flash or no flash. While on the Lumia, under settings, you have the quick bar right down there. Flash, no flash, or automatic flash. The first one is automatic. You can't, hang on, let me just, automatic flash. So anyways, hang on, let me just wipe these. Both screens get very dirty, very, very dirty. So anyways, check out the continuous shutter mode on the M9. So the shutter speed is quite fast, and so you could use it for whatever you want to use continuous shutter mode for burst mode, getting a bunch of pictures at once. The shutter mode is quite fast, but I'm not sure what the issue is with their, oopsie, sorry, wrong direction. One issue I guess is worth mentioning right now is that I wish the swipe to close would be shut off in the gallery, because usually in the gallery I'm swiping from the right to the left, and that's going to end up closing my whatever I'm doing. So this is the pictures we just took in swipe mode. I have to say honestly, even though I'm not a fan of HTC, but they really did continuous shutter mode extremely well, like ridiculously well. I tried it on the 1X, and it takes pictures really fast, and they're all good resolution, high quality pictures. So even though their cameras, in my opinion, usually suck, I gotta admit that's a good camera. Now, another feature in the N9 is that in the latest PR 1.2 update, is that you have the face tagging. You get a picture up here asking you, you get a little question mark. The focus on the N8 seems to be a bit off today. It's not focusing. So anyways, you get that question mark up there. Once you click it, you can add the name of whoever this is, and after tagging like around 2 or 3 pictures I found, it usually detects the person by itself automatically, and it's quite accurate. So it's a pretty well cooked in feature. So anyways, that's it for camera. I'll get back to the video UI in a bit. Thank you.